My top 10 manhwa where overpowered main character reincarnate to get his revenge. Let's start our list. Next we have The Lord's coins aren't decreasing. Aaron Steelguard's fortune was basically set as he discovered a book that allowed him to trade across dimensions, until his enemies take both his life and his riches away. But Aaron is brought back as his younger self, armed with his past knowledge and a chance at revenge. Now free to amass coins, he's gaining powerful abilities and moving up the ranks of the interdimensional trading markets. Will Aaron gain enough coins to survive this journey of vengeance and reclaim his honor? Next we have legendary youngest son of the Marquis house. After getting revenge on the Thulkan Empire, Jack Volantier took his last breath. But just when he thinks it's all over, he finds himself transported back to when he was 14. From his negligent and wicked family to his loyal servant and caring sister. It's all just as he had remembered. But this time, Jack is armed to the teeth with decades of experience from his previous life. He's ready to give them hell, and those that have wronged him will pay dearly. Because this time, he's invincible. Next we have Villain to kill. There are two kinds of people with special abilities: villains, who are driven by their evil desires, and psychers, who pursue justice and work against villains. Cassian Lee is a very powerful psyker with a good heart. But one day, when he visits his friend in Greece, things take a wrong turn. Following an unexpected chain of events, Cassian ends up in the body of a Korean high school boy who has just become a villain. Will his sense of justice win in the end, or will he end up becoming a cold villain? Next we have The Dark Magician transmigrates after 66,666 years. Diablo Valper, a powerful dark mage, was defeated and sealed away in a battle against the 12 gods. He finally wakes up from his sleep 66,666 years later, however, in the body of a newborn baby, Jamie Welton. 9 years later, with a fraction of power he once held and with a loving family and peaceful environment he is now surrounded by, Jamie plans to exact revenge against the 12 gods that had sealed him away. Next we have Return of the Shattered Constellation. A lowly human who ascended to the position of a god, Twilight of the Gods. After becoming infamous as an unpleasant god, he lost his constellation, belief, divine authority, everything. His holiness was cut off, and his holy power disappeared. I'd like you to work with me. That's when the master of the netherworld, Thanatos, offered his hand. After grabbing Thanatos' hand, Twilight of the Gods decided to live again as the player Lee Changsun to get back at the gods that threw him. Next we have Magic Emperor. Zhou Yifan was a magic emperor, or could be called a demon emperor, because he had an ancient emperor's book called the Book of the Nine Secrets. He was targeted by all the experts and he was even betrayed and killed by his student. Then his soul enters and comes back to life in a family servant boy named Zhou Fan. Because some demonic magic is holding him back, he must unite the child's memories and cannot ignore the family and the mistress he serves. How can he lead this descending family back to the pinnacle of this continent? Next we have Leveling with the Gods. He became stronger, faster than anyone else. But he lost. In the end, there was only despair for Kim Yu-won. In his last moments, he was given another chance. Through the sacrifice of his comrade, his fate had not been sealed yet. Returning back to the past, he attempts to climb the tower again with his unmatched talent. To fight the ancient evils that threatens to destroy the tower. Next we have Kill the Hero. After he's killed by the righteous leader of his own guild, Wu Jin gets a chance to start over. This time he's not interested in saving the world from monsters, he's got his sights set on revenge. His high-level kills quickly garner him notoriety among the game plebs, while boosting his stats as he masterminds his way closer to the top. But there's something no one can figure out: whose side he's playing for. Now that he knows how to play to win, Wu Jin will stop at nothing to destroy the hero. Next we have The Great Mage return after 4,000 years. The worst student of Westrad Academy, the disgrace of the Blake house. A new soul enters the lifeless body of Frey Blake, the boy who couldn't handle his painful life and chose death instead. What's with this body? I'll have to check every little detail of it. The Great Mage Lucas Troyman. He earned his chance at revenge by gaining the flesh and bones of Frey Blake the disgrace. And now begins the interesting adventure of the Great Mage who returned after 4,000 years. Next we have Chronicles of the Heavenly Demon. In an ancient world where martial artists reign supreme, Unsong can only watch as his master is brutally beaten to death after a false accusation of practicing forbidden demonic arts. Even after a valiant fight, He fails to kill those responsible, and faces his own end. But fate has other plans. Instead of taking his last breath, he awakens as a child, training to be an elite soldier of a demonic sect. Now Unsong must embrace the demonic arts and harness power in his ultimate quest for revenge.